Title: The Playbook of Love. In the heart of Kansas City, where the roar of fans filled Arrowhead Stadium and the scent of victory lingered in the air, Travis Kelce was in his element. The tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs was a superstar, known for his charisma on the field and off. But on this particular day, he found himself in an unexpected situation that left him utterly dumbfounded. Travis had been dating pop sensation Taylor Swift for a few months. Their whirlwind romance had captivated fans and tabloids alike. They laughed together, shared late-night conversations, and even attended red carpet events hand in hand. But as the sun began to set on a beautiful autumn afternoon, Taylor was about to change the game entirely. It was a quiet evening at Travis's house after a grueling practice. The air was filled with the faint sound of music, and the ambiance was cozy. Travis had just settled down on his couch, still wearing his Chiefs gear, when Taylor entered the room. She looked radiant, her eyes sparkling with a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Hey, Travis, can we talk?" she said, biting her lip. "Sure, what's up?" he replied, oblivious to the storm brewing beneath her calm exterior. Taylor took a deep breath, trying to steady her racing heart. "So, you know how much I care about you, right?" "Of course. You're amazing," he said, flashing her the trademark Kelce smile. But instead of smiling back, Taylor's expression grew serious. "I've been thinking a lot about us, and I want to take this to the next level." Travis leaned back, still clueless about where this was heading. "You mean like going to a fancy restaurant? I can pull some strings." Taylor chuckled lightly but quickly regained her focus. "No, Travis. I mean engagement. I want us to be engaged." The words hung in the air like a suspended pass, and Travis's mind went blank. He blinked a few times, trying to process what he had just heard. "Wait, engagement? Like, you want to get married?" "Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm serious," she replied, her voice shaking slightly. "I can't imagine my life without you. I want us to be together forever." Travis stared at her, utterly dumbfounded. His mind raced, conjuring images of his life, training camps, football games, and locker room banter. He loved Taylor, but the thought of marriage felt like being thrown a curveball in the middle of a 2-minute drill. "Are you sure?" he finally managed to stutter. "I mean, we've only been together a few months. What about our careers and everything?" Taylor took a step closer, her eyes earnest. "I'm not asking you to give up your career. I'm asking you to consider building a life together. We both have busy schedules, but I believe we can make it work." Travis rubbed the back of his neck, still trying to wrap his head around the proposal. "I mean, I love you. You know that, right?" "I do," she said softly, her heart in her eyes. "But love isn't enough. I want to know if you see a future with me." Suddenly, the gravity of the situation hit him. He thought of all the moments they had shared, the laughter, the late-night talks, the way she inspired him. "Taylor, I never thought about this so soon. I'm just a guy who throws a football for a living. I'm not ready for a lifetime commitment yet." Taylor's shoulders slumped slightly, and for a moment, he could see the hurt flicker across her face. But then she straightened, determination gleaming in her eyes. "I get it, Travis. But I need to know if we're on the same page. It's okay to take your time, but I need to know if this is even a possibility." Travis nodded, his heart heavy. "I'll be honest, I'm overwhelmed. But I care about you, and I want to be with you. Can we take it slow? Maybe think about it?" Taylor smiled, relief washing over her. "Of course. I don't want to rush you. Let's just keep enjoying what we have, and we can talk more when you're ready." Travis Kelce stood in the middle of his spacious Kansas City home, utterly dumbfounded. His usually clear and focused mind, so sharp on the field, was now a storm of confusion. In front of him stood Taylor Swift, her eyes wide with a mix of passion and desperation. She had just made a plea, one he hadn't seen coming. "Travis, I can't wait anymore," Taylor said, her voice trembling slightly. "I need us to take the next step. I want to be engaged, to know we're building something permanent together. I've given this everything I have, and I need to know you're in this for the long haul." He blinked, still processing her words. Engagement. It wasn't that he hadn't thought about it. In fact, he had. But this was Taylor Swift, global icon, a force of nature. They'd been dating for almost a year, and things had been great, better than great, actually. They'd navigated the media frenzy, the fan obsession, and even the football seasons that pulled him away for months at a time. But an engagement? So soon? Travis ran a hand through his hair, a nervous habit that had crept in when he didn't have answers. He glanced down at the ring that wasn't yet on his finger but felt as if it were tightening around his chest. Tay, I love you. You know that. But this is fast. Her eyes darkened, hurt flashing across her face. Fast. Travis, we've been through so much together already. I'm not asking for anything we aren't already living. We're practically inseparable. What's stopping you? Travis felt his heart race. He loved her with everything he had, but he also knew what kind of pressure an engagement would bring, especially with her fame and their lives in the public eye. Everyone would be watching every move they made, dissecting every decision, every moment. Was he ready for that kind of scrutiny, on top of his already hectic NFL career? I'm not saying no, he finally managed, stepping closer to her, trying to reach for her hand. I need to think. This is a big deal, Tay. I don't want to rush into something because we feel like we have to. I want it to be right, for both of us. Taylor pulled her hand away, a tear slipping down her cheek. I'm not rushing you, Travis. I'm just asking you to tell me what you want. I can't keep living in this limbo where I don't know if we have a future. I've been down that road before, and I can't do it again. Her words hit him like a tackle he hadn't braced for. The vulnerability in her voice cut deeper than any criticism he'd ever faced. Taylor Swift, always so strong and composed, was baring her soul to him. And he was the one leaving her hanging. I don't want to hurt you, he whispered. But I need time. Can we talk about this more? Let's figure it out together. Taylor looked at him for a long moment, then nodded slowly. Okay, but don't take too long, Travis. I need to know where we stand. With that, she turned and walked out of the room, leaving Travis standing alone, still dumbfounded. The air felt heavier now, and as the door clicked shut behind her, he realized just how much was on the line, not just their relationship, but his future. And for the first time in a long while, he wasn't sure what his next play would be. Title: A Moment of Surprises. The Kansas City skyline was a canvas of vibrant colors as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an orange glow over Arrowhead Stadium. Inside, the excitement was palpable as fans cheered, celebrating the Chiefs' latest victory. Travis Kelce, the star tight end, had just finished a stellar game, and as he walked off the field, his heart was still racing, not just from the adrenaline of the game but from the thought of Taylor Swift, who was in the stands. Taylor had been his muse since their whirlwind romance began, and tonight, the energy between them felt electric. They had shared moments that transcended the typical celebrity relationship, their connection was raw and genuine. But as Travis approached her, he noticed that she seemed unusually anxious. Hey, babe, great game, huh, Travis said, flashing his trademark grin. Thanks, Trav, can we talk for a minute? Taylor replied, her voice a mix of excitement and nervousness. Sure, what's up? He led her away from the throng of fans, to a quieter spot near the team's locker room. Taylor took a deep breath, her eyes searching his. So, I've been thinking a lot about us, and the future. Travis chuckled. Future? You mean like a world tour together? I could carry your guitar. He playfully flexed his muscles, trying to lighten the mood. But Taylor wasn't laughing. Instead, she looked more serious than he'd ever seen her. No, Travis. I mean, like, our future together. I really love you, and I want to take the next step. Travis's heart raced. Next step? What do you mean? Like, engagement, she said, her voice steady but filled with urgency. I want to marry you. Travis blinked, utterly dumbfounded. The word, engagement, echoed in his mind, but the thought of it took a moment to sink in. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely. I know this is all so fast, but I feel it in my bones. You're my person, and I want to make it official. Travis stood there, speechless. He'd imagined a future with Taylor, a life filled with love, laughter, and maybe even a couple of kids. But marriage, it had never fully registered. His brain raced, running through every moment they had shared, and suddenly, he felt the weight of her words. Wow, he finally stammered. This is unexpected, but, I never thought. Is that a no? Taylor interrupted, her expression shifting from hopeful to hurt. No, No, it's not a no, he rushed to say, realizing how serious she was. I didn't know you were feeling this way. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Taylor looked down, fidgeting with her rings. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just thought, after everything we've been through, maybe we could talk about it. Taylor, listen, he said, taking her hands in his. I love you. I really do. But I've never been the kind of guy to rush into things, you know. I want to make sure I'm ready for that kind of commitment. Tears glistened in Taylor's eyes, and Travis felt a pang of guilt. He squeezed her hands tighter. But I want you to know, this conversation means everything to me. You're the most important person in my life. She nodded, wiping away a tear. I don't want to pressure you, Travis. I just want to be honest about what I feel. I get that, he said, taking a deep breath. How about we just take it slow? We can talk about it more. I want to be sure this is what we both want. Taylor's smile returned, albeit a little hesitant. Yeah, I'd like that.